Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty. Ho, ho, ho. Just a couple of weeks early, guys. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here, guys, on December 10th. It is crazy to think that this month is literally flying by. We're almost mid-month already, which is crazy. So let's see who we've got here in the chat as everyone begins to file in right now. Great to see all of you guys on here. Eddie Mart is asking, do you do live streams on specific days or just randomly? At the end of all of my reviews, I always tell you guys, Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can find me typically right about now. It's on here. But the replays are usually replayable naturally over the weekend, either on Saturday or Sunday. That's usually when I do them. So great to see all of you guys on here right now. A few minutes, everyone is going to be filing in. We've got looks like about 30 peeps on my side here, so that number over here in the corner should be updating in just a second. But great to see you guys on here right now. So let me see. I'm going to shoot all the way to the very top. We'll give people some time to get situated inside. And welcome, 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 guys. Like I said, it is December. It is holiday time. It's actually very cold here right now, which is thank God after the crazy heat we've had. It's been raining. It's been a lot of up and down. There's been a lot going on. Let's see. We've got Erna, 785. Michael Domeyer, thanks so much for jumping on. Hey there, hey there. Kyle Broussard, Drew's Food Reviews. There's Sparky. Actually, it's Peepers the cat on there, but Addie Mart's in there as well. Great to see you on here. Bus7332, and again, Bus, always the number one with the super chat donations. Thank you so much down below. I greatly appreciate that. Should you guys wish to be like Bus, this is always the segue whenever I see this here. You'll find a multitude of ways to contribute to the channel should you wish, being that I'm a one-man show. Everything you see is designed, produced, and implemented by yours truly. So a little goes a long way, but should you feel you want to do that, super chatting here in the chat box, you'll see that little dollar sign at the very bottom of your chat box. If it's not there, you'll find some links down below as well too there. Those links usually don't take too much from you if you do that naturally. So that always is the preferred way at the same time. But great to have you guys on here right now. Thank you so much for being here. We have got Shayla Crossland. Thanks so much for jumping on as well. Addie Mart again is in the chat. The Hills, what's going on? Great to see you. Great to see you. Annette Cervantes, thanks so much for jumping on. You already know what it is. It is definitely on and popping. We got all of you guys here. It's beginning to pile up here. Naturally, this number is beginning to update finally. There we go. Charles the Bowler getting hit by Winter Storm Amelia. Stay safe and warm. If you can, definitely just be careful wherever you're at there. If you guys are in the middle of crazy weather or whatever you may be dealing with right now, we're going to try and distract you for at least an hour. So naturally, I think you guys can hear me okay and see me okay, because naturally I'm not seeing anything in the chat to the contrary. So we're just going to move on from that. Who else do we have here? Sebas T, what's going on? Randy Molina's in the house. And Shayla's asking the first time that she's caught me live. And obviously, I'm here on camera. Shayla, this is live and direct right now. You're immortalized as we are doing this. Thanks so much for jumping on here right now. And we'll get into the program in just another minute or two here as the numbers are beginning to go up. ScoutRush.com. Cheers to all the people out there. You already know. I love the camaraderie. Like I always say, we've got a really awesome community here on my channel, and I am glad that you guys can be part of it. Absolutely here. And that includes Subtegral as well. What's up, Sub, as we go into the segue. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Jay Nepper, Taco Bell Mexican Pizza. Actually, that's supposed to be coming back in Q1, I believe, of next year. February, March, April-ish time frame, I guess, is what they're looking at. But thanks so much for jumping on, Jay Nepper. I think great to see you as always. Let's see. And Annette Cervantes is definitely throwing my IG handle on there as well. Peep This Out Reviews. You guys can always find any updates to the schedule on IG, typically on IG stories. So if you guys are not following me on IG, all those links are down below. But obviously, Annette has beat me to it. Thanks so much for jumping on. Shayla Crossland, so cool to see you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's freezing, says Annette. Erna. Say opposite of Annette if you're backwards. Etna. Oh yeah, that's actually backwards. Yeah, that's right. Annette backwards. That's crazy. Chewy Chavez, what's going on, player? Great to see you on here, my friend. There is a J for your avatar. We got to get a picture for you on there, Jesus. But thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you jumping in. We got Min Lee. What's going on? Great to see you on here. Matthias Venegas Juarez. Hi, how are you? Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, Sub, it's on and popping. You already know. Live from Pasadena, California. Yes, that is where I live. Charles the Bowler, today is your mom's birthday. What is your mom's name, Charles? What is your mom's name? Quagmire does stuff. Hello. Hello, hello. ScottRush.com, classic tea about Taco Bell dish. Yes, Mexican pizza. Missing the Mexican pizza. You know, it's so funny. That thing was on the menu forever. And once they took it away, everyone went nuts. They're like, when is this thing coming back? It is finally coming back early this coming year, which is pretty good. Aaron Trujillo, what's going on? How's the Blazing Cluck sandwich? That actually was a pretty tasty situation. And somebody asked me what my next review is going to be. And process of elimination, I always do the deluxe versions of those sandwiches as well. This was filmed a few days ago, so you'll see the deluxe version most likely tomorrow. Actually, the replay will be out on Sunday. I've actually been helping my sister this whole week. She just moved to a new house, so I've been basically doing a lot of back and forth, setting up, helping out with things. So in between just having my content already ready to go and putting the final touches on, I've been doing a lot of that. So this past week has been very busy. So naturally, I have that review for tomorrow, and then you'll see the replay for this, which you guys are watching right now and contributing towards, which thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, your names are down below. You'll find this one on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically, it's the next day, but you'll see the next review for the next chicken sandwich after the one from today, which went live at 12 o'clock, which I have to check to see how that one's doing as well, too. So let's see here. Let's see, what is Subtegral saying here? This just jumped up really quickly. Lord Darkside, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping in. I always laugh when he acknowledges my presence, according to Sub. Okay, I won't acknowledge you anymore. I don't want to make you laugh. I don't want to make you laugh and make me feel like, well, anyway, we'll just move on with it. But anyway, Subtegral, thanks so much for jumping on. Ed Keaton, what's going on? Thanks so much for being here. Happy Friday to everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you are doing well as well, Ed. It's great to have you on here, as always. Drew, they were promoting your movie on the radio station. Yes, you better watch out. I saw your little clip of that, Drew, and that was pretty cool, actually. I guess around the holiday time. Better Watch Out is going to be pretty much like a Christmas Story. Every year this time, it ranks on those top 10 lists. For those of you guys who don't know, I had a small little voiceover part in that movie. But I do have my name in the credits at the very end as a horror movie victim. So if you want to look that up, you can see that. My first and one and only film credit up to this point, which is kind of cool. But yes, I know, Drew, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Let's see here. Annette, Lord, got that Dr. Pepper on deck, wants to know. Michael Domeyer found this Crunchberry popcorn this morning. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Different, right? Different for what that one is. Larry, will you try the El Pollo Loco hot chocolates or the chicken pozole? You know, possibly. I mean, naturally, I don't know about doing an official review, maybe something on camera with that. But I saw that actually on the menus currently now because it's holiday time, so they have those things. So we'll have to see if maybe I can swing around to that there. Min, why do you always say stay frosty? It's one of my favorite lines for Corporal Hicks, Michael Bihn's character from Aliens. And I've always loved it, to be honest. And whenever I see anything that says stay frosty on it, I'm always like, that's a special place in my heart. A special place in my heart. Let's see here. Going down the line, Lord Darkside, sadly, no, my sister needs to go to the store for me. So that's talking about that Dr. Pepper situation. Let's see. Adimar. Let's see. If they ever make a live-action Family Guy, I think he would be an awesome version of Quagmire. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe the powers that be that are hearing this because you're putting it out into the universe, that would be something there. Mr. Jimmy, mi familia is in the house. My cousin, thanks so much for jumping on. It's great to see you on here as always. Hello to the fam. It was beautiful with little baby Evelyn's birthday party last week. It was a lot of fun to swing on by, and it was definitely a beautiful situation all across the board with family and friends. We had a really, really nice time there, and it was a good time. So, Mr. Jimmy, shout outs and homie hugs too. You already know. Dom's World, the Mountain Dew gingerbread soda last week was sure a disgusting situation. Yes, that thing got spilled out quick right after that. Believe me, that thing was just gone. I was even contemplating saving the bottle because I kind of liked the label, but I didn't want to be reminded of how boo-boo that drink was. So yeah, I was so glad I did not make a regular review of that because no, that wouldn't have been fun to put together. Let's see. So going down the line here as it goes, Newton JP, have you tried the hamburger steak from Jollibee? Stay tuned. There's a lot of Jollibee content that's been filmed, so I'm going to be trickling that out as we go. But you'll see just about everything that they have on the menu at some point here, so not to worry. But speaking of content, we might as well just roll into that really quick because Jollibee was actually in the content portfolio for this past week, actually a couple of reviews ago. The Yum Burger review, yes, but the most recent one naturally is the Jack in the Box Blazing Cluck sandwich. Definitely a seriously tasty chicken sandwich. Probably one of the best versions of that chicken sandwich that I've had yet. Just to spoil it for you right there, you really want to see some awesome footage, take a look at that video. It was a lot of fun to put together, and a really, really awesome doppelganger for, I guess, a promo chicken sandwich that's out there, because naturally, I think it's Carl's Jr. and Jack in the Box that are probably doing the most in terms of rotating different variations and flavors of chicken sandwiches instead of just the main one or two that they have. But it was a really, 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 really good chicken sandwich, at least maybe just the version that I had when I got it. They did not know me. I simply ordered it on the app and I just got it. So there's no way, there was no special preferential treatment. A lot of people think that. That is not the case whatsoever. But definitely some awesome footage in that video. Take a look at that one. The Yum Burger was that was a fun one to actually do, because my sister had had that previously and she did not like it at all. I was very underwhelmed when I unwrapped it and I saw what it was. But then something happened throughout that review, which was kind of like a pleasant surprise at the same time. So take a look at the Yum Burger from Jollibee. That was fun to put together. And actually, they've been pushing the cinnamon rolls over here for Carl's Jr. Pretty intensely the last few weeks. And I'm like, you know what? Let me see what these are all about, because I love cinnamon rolls. Even though I like to joke around with my wife and say I'm not really a dessert person, my family knows that I do like donuts more than anything else. But it was very, very tasty. And cinnamon rolls, they hold a special place in my heart because they're just ooey gooey delicious. But Carl's Jr., literally, I had to put something out on that one in terms of it. Was it being the best fast food cinnamon roll out there? Could it be? Take a look at that review and you tell me in the comments of that one. And then naturally before that, we had the Pizza Hut sweet chili boneless wings. That was something that I definitely wanted to give a shot, because naturally it's been a minute since I've done anything from Wing Street from Pizza Hut, and this was a new type of sauce and it looked interesting. And naturally it comes in the Death Star dome that they put those things in, because you kind of shake it up, and it's a pretty, really, really tasty situation with that. So lots of good stuff, guys. A lot of great content this past week. And then naturally the continuation of the Jack will be for tomorrow with the Blazing Cluck Deluxe sandwich, as well as something, actually a big gun that you're going to see later on in the week coming up. This is actually should be pretty interesting, I got to tell you. So I can't tell you too much because I'm sworn to secrecy on it. But this should be a pretty good one coming up in the week there. On top of me still doing a lot of stuff for my sister and getting things set up. She's got Google Home. We have the Nest system set up. She's got that little hub terminal in the kitchen, and then she has all the speakers around the house that I put together, connected on Wi-Fi. And she has the same internet package that I do, which means that you're probably going to see me streaming from her place. Maybe, I don't know about this month at some point, but in the future. It'll be a good little change of pace, actually, to be in a different environment with a different background, but it'll be the same experience for you guys. So I'm looking forward to switching that up just a bit. So a whole host of content, naturally, and of course I'm working on my top 10 for the year, actually, which I've been kind of putting together like inch by inch, just a little by little as the month has started. So I can't wait to get that going. But a lot of fun content. And I'm telling you guys, I'm really having a blast putting my stuff together like I always do for these 8+ years. So it's definitely a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. So let's see. Who else do we have on here right now? Jeff Goldberg. Ian, do you have any promotions you're looking forward to? Well, one of them is the Big Gun promo that you're going to see for this coming week. It could possibly be on Tuesday if I can get this done. Most likely Tuesday, I have a feeling. It's just very little that I have to do. But I think you're going to like what you're going to see. So that's really all I can say on it. It should be a little bit more of a tease for you at the same time. Kyle, I should be the new host of Cheaters. I would love to actually do something like that. That'd be hilarious. James Morrison, I made it on. Good to see you, brother. Thanks so much, James. Good to see you as well. You already know what it is. Great to see everybody on here right now. My chat is all catching up here wow, it has definitely jumped all the way down without me even touching it here. All right, let me see if I just missed any couple of questions that are on here right now. Doesn't look like it. All right, Scott Rush had the turkey BLT from Jimmy John's. Very nice. I don't know what I'm doing for dinner tonight, guys, to be honest. I had a bowl of cereal not that long ago, which I know my mom is watching right now, and she's going to be like, I can't believe that's all you had. So no, Mom, I promise when I talk to you after this, I'm going to have something of substance. So I will be making something before I jump back in to take care of some things, because I'm going to be doing some stuff with my sister tomorrow as well. Christmas tree stuff. And then getting some things set up finally for one of these TVs that she has. So we'll see what happens with that. Erna, super chat donation again. I appreciate that. I see it down below. Here we go. Wham! Last Christmas. That's a classic right there. Who doesn't know that one? That is an amazingly famous song right there. Probably up there with Mariah Carey's version, her Christmas stuff there, which, just so you guys know, obviously the Mariah menu is the most uneventful thing. I mean, naturally, getting an item for free when you spend at least $1, I guess that's cool. You know, a Big Mac, whatever it is. But I was surprised the Quarter Pounder with cheese was not on that. That's very disheartening. They'll put the Big Mac because there's literally hardly any meat in that thing. It's a bread sandwich with a little speck of meat. But the Quarter Pounder, they don't do that. I mean, this is the time of the year for that. McDonald's, a missed opportunity with that. But there's a few things on there which look pretty good, but we'll have to see how that goes. Min Lee, why are you not doing drive-through orders during the video? You know what? I'm actually going to be getting back to doing that into this coming year. Believe it or not, I actually have had some stuff taken care of on my car, which was actually making a little bit more noise than usual. So as of 3 days ago, I am completely back to the way I remember my car from the way it should be. I didn't want to have to put things in neutral and do those types of things. So that's primarily the main reason. Plus, it's also just the things that I've been doing. I've just really kind of wanted to have my format where I'm outside, and then naturally you'll see me in the car after that. But we're going to get back to the drive-through stuff here at the beginning of the year. I don't have anything currently filmed that has that just yet. But maybe towards the end of the month, naturally when I get my stuff into January, we'll get back to a little bit of that. I love doing that drive-through stuff too. I just want to make sure that the experience for you guys is as good as it can be, and you don't hear a lot of stuff that needs to go on as well. I do take care of my car naturally, but naturally considering how old it is from my Accord, there's a few things I needed to take care of on it as well. Jay Nepper, Mariah is a Quarter Pounder. Oh, that's horrible. Man, maybe I shouldn't laugh when I'm taking some water in. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, it's craziness, craziness. Oh, God. Protogradius, my man, Ian, you should be doing some gaming streams. You know what? When I pick up an Xbox Series X, I mean, that may be something to do down the road. But with my schedule and with what I've got going on, it's very hard for me to do anything outside of my normal stuff here. And believe me, I consider this normal because it's a direct extension of my main channel where you're finding all this stuff on here. But gaming would be a lot of fun to do. It definitely would be a lot of fun to do. Ed Keaton, speaking of cinnamon rolls, have you had Cinnabon? Of course. Their cinnamon is imported from Indonesia. Yes, it's a Makara cinnamon, I think is what it is. I'm saying that correctly, I think. I've done a couple of Cinnabon reviews of various things, but not the actual thing because actually it's been out forever. Maybe I should actually do that one of these days. But just to have that in the playlist there. But naturally, I have some stuff on there where that's one of the ingredients. But yes, Cinnabon is definitely bomb. A lot of my family, we enjoy that. It is really, really good stuff. Let's see. ScottRush.com. Love to see the varied formats cycle in and out. Yes, of course, Cheaters Cam is one of my main ones, so that's actually the thing there. And usually sometimes there's outdoor reviews where you'll see me outside where I have my stuff propped up on top of my car, which is always fun. Let's see. Shayla, can you describe what Thai curry tastes like for me? Or anyone in here, feel free to tell me. Thai curry. Well, curry in general, it's a spice. It's kind of like a little bit of a rich tasting spice. It's funny, when you taste it, it just instantly screams Indian food to me. And naturally, whenever I buy something like fish curry or something from Trader Joe's, the stuff that they mass produce, for the masses, it has a very distinct flavor. It's not hot or anything like that, but it's just the umami, their flavors are very rich tasting. If someone can describe it in maybe just like 2 or 3 words in terms of the detail, let's see if we can help Shayla out with that. But it is very tasty. I can tell you it's very rich and very tasty, and it instantly kind of wakes up your taste buds when you taste it. No matter what it's on, it's just really, really good. All right, so let's see here. Brady Hiller, I'm doing well. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're a big fan of the content. I have a lot of fun putting it together for you. You already know. Yes, Drew, pimping out the Pete-mobile. Oh, it's good times, good times. I had to have my my accessory belt replaced. That was getting a little bit of the rattle because I'd never actually done that in so many years. So between that and my tensioner, which is actually what you pull back to actually put that belt on your engine, that actually, my car is like 16 years old. So naturally, it's some things are beginning to kind of wear just a bit. But they're very easily replaceable because I take care of my ride ahead of time all the time. So I'm just replacing things as I need, so it's less expensive that way. That's the best way to do it. Most expensive thing is the the labor to do it naturally, but you want to make sure that you don't have anything else added heavy on top of that. So guys, let me show you one thing here before we jump into the review in just a few minutes. It is going to be Masters of the Universe related, but it's not what you think. And I know my mom is like, how many He-Man things are we going to take a look at? I'm already gone through everything, so we're caught up. But this is something which was actually kind of fun that I think Mr. Jimmy can appreciate, Mi Familia, being that he is a huge fan of what it's based on, which should be pretty cool. And that should kind of give it away for him. I have a feeling you guys are going to see it in just a second here. Let's see. Going down the line. All right, so here we go. Take a look at, guys. If you guys are fans of Hot Wheels, they actually produce a couple of items from the Masters of the Universe line. This was, I think, like $4 or $5 at Target when I saw these. And I've actually seen these before. But this is a classic character, I guess a vehicle, the Battle Ram, that you can see on the very bottom over there. Now, you may remember the Sky Sled, which I showed you guys a way back when, that comes with the Prince Adam action figure. They're actually selling this now for the Motu line for Origins, but they don't have the back portion of it there. They never came out with the Battle Ram yet for some reason. So this is actually just a little Hot Wheels recreation of that. And actually, you know what? Hang on one second here, because I totally see what is happening. Uno momento, por favor. Let me fix this. There we go. All right. I had to turn my autofocus back on. Just so you guys know, whenever I film the pictures of the thumbnails, I always turn off my autofocus to focus on the product when I make my thumbnail pictures for my live stream. So this should be a little easier now. It should focus better for you. There you go. All right. So you can kind of see the detail of the Battle Ram here. So very cool, you know, for what this is. And naturally the figure goes in the front, but this is just a little mini recreation of this. But very cool. Mi Familia, Mr. Jimmy, is a huge Hot Wheels aficionado. He has probably one of the biggest collections I have ever seen. Checking out everything that he had in his garage last week, I was like, wow, this is totally what I expected to see. And I've seen pictures of it also, but I got to say it was really, really cool to see it live. But just a really cool recreation of the Battle Ram. I had this when I was a kid, I remember. So naturally having the Sky Sled now is kind of like a, you know, harkening back to that. But again, a very cool recreation, you know, of what this is. It doesn't have any bio or anything in the back like the figures do, but just very, very cool in terms of that there. If you guys actually had the Battle Ram, if you had He-Man as a kid, you know, put like a little cross swords into the chat over here. If you guys are, or maybe you were a fan of it, I'd love to see some of that interactivity on there as well. That'd be kind of cool. But I got to say, very, very slick for what that is. Jay Nepper, you're going to need more than a Sky Sled to move Mariah. Jay Nepper. Jay Nepper is on one tonight. That is so funny. That is so funny. I shouldn't be laughing at that. Sabas, what did you think of the last Christmas movie? Which Christmas movie? The Christmas Story, without a doubt. I'm a huge fan of that. Tiffany Shields, yes, Battle Ram. That is right. Notice that on Instagram you show food in the story feature. Just curious, why don't you give those things a full review on YouTube? You know, it's because typically, Lisa, those are things that I happen to be at where I never intended actually to do a review. Some of these things, naturally, these cafes that we go to with the wifey, it's just taking some video quick just to kind of showcase a couple of things to kind of show it off there as well. Depending upon the response, naturally, sometimes that may kind of influence me in terms of where I want to go to do certain things. But 9 times out of 10, it's on the fly. My wife does it also. She puts it on her Instagram as well too. So it's just a lot of fun to do naturally for that. And let's see here as we go on further down. What's a cross sword for Misty Smith? It's basically the 2 sword icons, the emoji. You'll see like crosses that are 2 swords that are crossed, like they look like an X. Scott Rush, I did have He-Man as a kid, absolutely. That's good stuff right over there. Ed Keaton, do you think that a new Motu film will ever get made? If so, would you like to see, who would you like to see as He-Man and Skeletor? Well, I got to tell you, they have a tough act to follow with Frank Langella from the 1987 movie. That prosthetic face that made that look, he did an amazing job. I mean, even though some of the dialogue was a little hokey, Skeletor looked pretty amazing in the last movie, and that was like well over like 20, 30 years ago for that. So I got to tell you, I was very impressed with Skeletor. For He-Man, they actually had the guy who was actually in Suicide Squad, not John Cena, although that may be somebody to actually consider because you need that physique for He-Man as well. I think John Cena could possibly do it pretty well. Naturally, depending upon with the wig or however they do it to make it more gritty, possibly. But I could see John Cena as He-Man. I mean, easily. But he's got the physique for it. But yes, there is actually a movie that's in development, and they actually had there's one of the characters associated with Suicide Squad. I think that was originally going to be He-Man. I can't think of the name. Sinello, or one of these guys. It's a name that it just escapes me, but very excited to see what they're going to do. It's long overdue for a He-Man film. I mean, naturally, I think there's a huge, ravenous base for the product that just is waiting for it there. And I'm telling you, this time out, they're going to need the budget, because we need to see Battle Cat, we need to see Orko. We need to just see like the full range of characters, like from Revelation, all that stuff there. It needs to be in effect. I'm excited for when that happens. I just want to see it. I don't know how old I'm going to be when it finally comes out, because it's been gestating for a while. But I think Sony Pictures is in control of that currently right now, and I think they're going to move on it. It's just a matter of getting the right actor, and just everything needs to fall in place for it. So we'll have to see what happens. But I can't wait. I cannot wait. Let's see here. Lesser, which is better, Burger King or Jack in the Box? Oh wow, two completely different menu sets, even though they were kind of similar. You know what? Jack in the Box has some really, really awesome side items, which is like a little mixture of everything. You have, egg rolls, you have chili, there are curly fries, and you have like chicken fingers. You have all kinds of stuff there as well. Burger King is a little bit more specific to their own. I'm probably gonna have to go with BK from nostalgia purposes, to be honest, because of their menu. And 9 times out of 10, I'm usually getting their nuggets and anything else. But I like the promo stuff from Jack at the same time. So I'm probably gonna have to say BK on that one initially. Roderick, what's going on? Both me and the wifey, Lisa Patel, look forward to your reviews. Thank you so much, Roderick. I appreciate you. I have so much fun doing it. I'm glad you're digging them as well. Literally, I average about 3+ a week that you see there, and then plus the live streaming too there. So we've got a lot every single week for you. Sub is saying Peepers the cat is from Pet Sematary. Come on now. He looks good for what happened to him, if that's the case there, Sub. Just so you know. Have you seen it? Do you think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be back in No Way Out? Yes, of course. It's the worst kept secret ever. And I think if you've watched the recent trailer with all the things that have happened and certain things that look like they've been taken out of certain scenes, I'd be hard pressed to not think they're in the movie. I mean, I think they are, obviously. So it should be pretty good. Let's see. David Johnson was just watching old vlogs of you and Kendama at good old days. Yes, way back. It feels like so long ago at the same time. But again, that's the whole thing about, starting off somewhere and then you just see how things progress as time goes by. And I got to tell you, it's been a ride. And fortunately, still keeping in touch, with Ken and a few others. It's definitely, it just means the world, because naturally, it's a lot of the older peeps from way back in the day. They're just not around too much at all, if ever, anymore. So it kind of is what it is. But yes, I do agree. The good old days indeed. And yes, Dom's World, there is the cross swords. Right there, that is the emoji. Misty Smith found it. Very nice. Thanks so much. It's awesome. And at Cervantes, yes, curly fries and the jalapeno poppers. Yes, they have some great stuff, and I have some of those reviews. I think the jalapeno poppers, I actually did that, I want to say with Food Central TV, Connor, back in the day when VidCon, the very first VidCon I think that I went to, was in that as well. I think Liam's Lunchbox at the time as well when he was making food review videos. Definitely. McDonald's is my childhood, according to Annette. Absolutely. You already know. Tony Schultz, ever review McAllister's Deli? No, Tony, I never have. Never have. Tiffany Shields saw your cinnamon roll video and got, let's see, and I've got to say, if you ever come across Whataburger, they have a huge cinnamon roll that only costs $1.99. Yes, I've seen that. Naturally, Whataburger, we just don't have here in Southern Cali. I would love to check out Whataburger, believe me. I always talk about people. Whenever we went to CraveCon, or whenever I went to CraveCon back in 2016, I would always see so many Whataburgers on the sides as we were going from one place to the next, from the airport to the hotel and where we were going to be staying. There were plenty of them, and I couldn't stop to do anything then because we were just on a schedule. So yeah, I would love to check out Whataburger, believe me. Sabas, did Jack in the Box buy Del Taco? Yes, they did. And what do I think about that union? I think it's going to be good for cost saving, naturally. It's always a good thing whenever you see one person kind of like scoop up like another company to try and mine out what they could from that, and also kind of cross-pollinate certain things. Now keep in mind, my personal opinion is it's two completely different formats in terms of the food. I mean, naturally, Jack in the Box doesn't really have anything like Mexican food related, fast food wise, so to speak. So we may see some of that maybe. But Del Taco, I think if they keep them kind of separate but do the profit sharing, we see a lot of things like that happen here with supermarkets, that two big supermarkets will get together under one. I think it's good in general, and naturally it just helps the growth of certain things a little bit better. Del Taco finally updated their app to be a little bit more user-friendly. Jack in the Box has had a pretty good experience as well, so I think that's going to benefit at the same time. So I think it's more for the digital end of it. I think it's more for forward thinking for the future. But I think there's still going to be two completely separate things, but you may see a couple of items here and there crossover, I think maybe to test the waters. But I'm happy with it. It keeps people employed and naturally keeps the growth in the company. That's a good thing for everybody involved. I like Del Taco. I like reviewing their stuff as well. So absolutely. Drew, CraveCon 2022. You already know. And yes, Kyle, to VidCon, I was there, the very first one. That was the one that I went to back in the day. Fun times. Definitely fun times. Let's see. Payola, Jack in the Box's curly fries are close to McDonald's fries. That's basically their McDonald's fries, basically. I mean, their curly fries are awesome. They really are. I know a lot of people are going to say Arby's. I know you're going to say Arby's, but you can't fade the ones at Jack. For those of you who know, you know. It's really good. It's Jack in the Box taco, same as BK. Very close to it. Actually, I think I may have mentioned that in my reviews of both at the time. So I think possibly... yes. Yes. Any new fast food items that are a must try? Well, funny talking about Jack in the Box, their Blazing Cluck sandwich is definitely the experience I had when I filmed that one was a banging one. It was really, really good. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Everything else that's pretty much out there is a lot of retread from last year you're seeing. Stuff that's been out before, stuff that's been out previous. Nothing really super new per se. I guess there's a lot of fast casual burgers and a lot of things like that as well, but it's kind of been there, done that. It's the same old for those things. Erna, what about Rod Stewart's Rhythm of My Heart? What are some of the lyrics from that one, Erna? I don't remember that one offhand. If I heard it, probably. It was in the movie Perfect Storm. I saw the Perfect Storm. I'm trying to think about when that was. The George Clooney boat movie. I like that movie, actually. It was really good. The way that the ending was pretty sad on that. Not to spoil it for anybody if you haven't seen it. But it was good. Sub says A&W fries rule. I wish I can confirm that for you. At least my own personal opinion. We don't have any A&Ws out this way. It's funny. I remember way back in the day in my previous working life, I actually had an A&W in a mall close by. I remember seeing, they were mostly in the malls. I've never seen like a standalone, but I'd never been to one even then. And then when they went out, it was done. Let's see. Yes, Dom, Del Taco is teaming up with Jack. Absolutely. Yep. Kyle, actually, you went to the first VidCon 2015. You met Food Central TV and Liam's Lunchbox at VidCon 2016. There you go. There you go, Kyle. It's been like 5-6 years. Crazy. It's going to be 6 years next summer from that, which is time is just going by. Ed Keaton, Fat Burger makes some pretty good fries. In my humble opinion, yes, they're more of the steak fry variant, but definitely pretty tasty. Absolutely. Which I had a lot of fun checking out their Triple Burger, the Triple King, I believe it was called. I think that was when we hit 30,000 subscribers at the time, which we're almost up to 36,000 now, guys, which is crazy. Crazy. Let's see. Who has the best breakfast? I hear Wendy's and Taco Bell are good. They're both excellent. I like Taco Bell breakfast personally. I mean, I just like what they do because breakfast burritos, I love that stuff. So they do a whole line of those things. It's funny, actually, a bunch of breakfast burritos I actually brought over to my sister's place a couple of nights ago, and that was actually a very lovely situation. I had one with pastrami in it instead of bacon or sausage, and I gotta say, I almost busted out my phone to do a review real quick because it just looked amazing. And it was pretty tasty. So speaking of tasty, let me see just a couple of other questions here before we jump into the review, because I'm very curious about this one right now. This is going to be very interesting for me, I got to tell you, and this should be pretty fun, I think, for you guys to experience, because I don't know how this is going to go, but it's going to be interesting. Jay Nepper, in Iowa, we go to A&W after church. It was better than the Walmart Food Lounge. All right, there you go. I would definitely go to A&W. I remember it was a standard burgers and fries situation. I don't know if they had chili on the menu. Jay, did they have chili on the menu there? I would think that they had something that kind of sets them apart from everybody else. I'm thinking. Paola, crinkle cut fries or curly fries? Yes, depends on the mood. 9 times out of 10, it's curly fries though for me. But I like them both. Let's see here. Lord Darkside, am I the only one who thinks BK fries are underrated? No, they're just okay for me. They're okay, I think, for most people. I mean, they're not horrible by any means. Sammy, what's going on? Let's see here. Sammy, oh man, I hope you're okay, my friend. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good there, but you're in the best possible place you can be. So if you've got pneumonia, yeah, that's a no bueno situation right there. So please just stay safe with whatever you're doing over there. If you guys want to throw some prayer hands into the chat here for Sammy, that would be appreciated. So yeah, don't like to hear that for sure. I definitely don't like to hear that. Monty, what do you think of Taco Bell's new dollar menu? It's okay. They have some new things that are coming out here very soon, if not next month, which are kind of like, all right, been there, done that, but it's cool. We'll take a look at maybe a couple of things from that. And we've got the prayer hands coming out here for Sammy. Thank you so much for that. Definitely thank you so much for that. Annette Cervantes, yes, Breakfast Baconator is amazing. It is. That is a definitely lovely situation over there. We've got a lot of love coming into the chat here for Sammy. I love seeing that. That is awesome. Thoughts on Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, and Thomas Hayden Church coming back to play the original bad guys from No Way Home? I can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome. I like everybody else. I can't wait to see how they're going to execute it and see how that's going to all fit together. Obviously, they're going to go back to the regular MCU universe at the end of the movie, but during that time, it's going to be fun to see everything there. And shout outs to Speedy Recovery for Sammy. Definitely, we're going to keep you distracted as much as possible right now, for sure. So shout outs to you, Sammy. You already know what it is. Definitely no bueno situation over there. No bueno situation. Sub has they have good corn dogs, A&W. I would think they've got something that makes them stand out, if anything there. Let's see. You're going down the line. Very cool. All right, guys, if you guys are ready for this food review, let me see a snowflake in the chat over here. Give me a snowflake in the chat. Let me see if we can see what's going on over here. Tiffany Shields, Marvel is ripping DC off with the multiverse. I guess it could be argued that they're both ripping each other off because they've had those in the comics for a long time. They're just integrating it into the movies right now. But we'll have to see. All right. Very cool. We got them coming into effect here. Very nice. Sub is giving me rain on top of them. All right, cool. Guys, this is going to be different for me because I did not think I was going to do this, but when I saw this, something jumped out at me and I was like, you know what? I have to just give this a try because I'm very curious to see if this can be simulated as well as they're doing it here. So without further ado, and since inquiring minds want to know, because I know I have some family that wanted to know, what am I doing here? We're going to have to see what's going on. Freddy Foodie King, what's going on, brother? Thanks so much for jumping in. Guys, feast your eyes on mint chocolate Twinkies. Limited edition on this one here. Take a look at that. Twinkie the Kid, in effect. Is this a thing? I mean, I don't remember this being out last year. I don't remember seeing these at all, to be honest. I mean, mint chocolate Twinkies. Very interesting for that. I'll take a look at this here. There's some calorie count information for you. Looks like we got 5 servings, 2 cakes, and we got 250 calories, so $1.75 a piece. And it is what it is with that. If you're looking at calories while you're looking at Twinkies, I don't know. But most of you guys know I'm not a super fan of mint, the real kind of mint. Now this is actually what it says here, chocolate sponge cake with mint creamy filling. So obviously this is going to be the artificial type here with other natural flavors. Very interesting. Let's see, had those a couple of years ago for Michael Domero. It's definitely different. Okay, we'll have to see what's going on. You guys already know I'm going to open up this box the correct way. And I know my mom right now is biting her lip because she's like, are we going to be showing how to open up a Hostess box again? I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do this because I was very curious to see how this was going to be with mint chocolate Twinkies here right now. So obviously I'm going to pull the tab on the side and we're going to have it exposed. We're not going to pull out like a savage and rip out this whole side. We're going to simply pop this in on the side, run our finger across. Be careful you don't slice yourself here. You don't want paper cut actions. And then do the same on the other side. And there you go. You've got something for your countertop. And as you can see, they look almost like chocodiles. One of my favorite cakes when I was a kid, cream-filled chocodiles. Basically, it was a Twinkie covered in chocolate with the filling on the inside, which was pretty awesome. So they look like that, but without the chocolate. And I don't smell a single thing because they're all medically sealed the way that this looks here. So we're going to take a look here before I crack the wrapper on this. Try and get that focus in. There we go. It's got that dark chocolate action. Let's give this a go. Freddy, hope it doesn't taste like toothpaste. Yeah, me neither, actually. I always worry about that minty, the fake minty toothpaste stuff there as well. So it's been a minute since I've actually had a Twinkie, since the last promo I think that we had on here. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna pull this back. Oh, it smells minty, but it's that fake minty smell, if I can say that. I don't want to say it's toothpaste, Freddy, because I think you're in my head right now with that, but it's almost like a York peppermint patty type of situation, actually. And as you guys are going to see here, it's got the punctured holes on the bottom, but they don't look green to me, guys. I mean, it's supposed to be green filling, I'm hoping, but it is very, very moist. This Twinkie is very moist. They had a whole bunch of these on the shelf. I think they may have just stocked it, because look at that. Look at the texture on that. It is really pretty good. So let's give this a shot. Again, I'm going to show the box off because naturally it's showing the cream as being green. Well, it's got like white, but it's got like a green type of tint to it at the same time. But no, it smells interesting. Like I said, York peppermint patty. Here we go, guys. The mint chocolate Twinkie. Not exactly my favorite. Let's just try it anyway. Here we go. No. 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 All right. Let me see if I can try and focus this so you can see this. Hopefully, I know that's a little bit contrasty because of my my lighting in front of me right now. It's making everything kind of contrasty white, but it does have a green tint, but it sucks. I'm just gonna say it. The mint on this is strong. It's not bad because of the creaminess, but the flavor, no. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, for what this is, actually. I mean, the cake itself, the chocolate cake is nice. It actually is, but that mint flavoring that it's got, let me just go for one more bite. I'll just go for one more little one on this one here. But yeah, this is not, it's not the best at all. I know it's, man, it's really contrasty because of the cream here. Let's just give it a shot one more time. A little bit of a smaller bite this time. Nah, can't finish this. Can't finish this. All right, one more. Come on, focus, focus, focus. All right, so there you go. You can kind of see the green a little bit better there if I try and keep it focused on the brown, the black part of it. But yeah, these are not good. these are not good. So very simple on that one. I think I'm gonna have to give the mint chocolate Twinkies, I'm gonna go for a 2 out of 10 on this. I like the chocolate cake, but the whole execution of the cream with this is not good. So for those of you who really love mint, this may be the way to go for you, but this is not going to see anything past the one that I just had. I don't know what I'm going to do with the 9 of these. So it is what it is. So yeah, no bueno on that situation with that. So I have a feeling I kind of wanted to do this first because I bought something else that I was going to do. We'll have to see what goes on here. Whoa, Jay Nepper. Jay, that is craziness right there. Thank you. My gosh. Thank you so much. I appreciate that for the Listerine. That's funny. Yeah, that is not a good situation with that whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably should have had something with flavor to kill the taste just slightly on this. But yeah, guys, no bueno. I would not recommend those at all. But shout outs to Jay Nepper. I appreciate that. That's going to fund a lot of Listerine on my part for this right now. So we'll have to see what it is. Critical, what did I just tune into? Thanks so much for jumping in. We just took a look at some No Bueno mint chocolate Twinkies. Yeah. Yo, the one that you're going to see for next week, I think will be a better experience. So let's just leave it at that. I'm glad that we did that first. I can get that one out of here after that, because that's a no bueno situation. Aye. Not good. And again, shout out to Jay Nepper again. That was very generous of you, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Of course, you are down below along with all the other peeps. Anyone who may have donated on PayPal, I won't know till after the fact, but of course your names will be listed there as well. I appreciate the generosity. It's just oh man. I can't get that out of my mouth. It's not really going away very well. Maybe it was the second bite was too much. Who knows? Who knows? But it is what it is, guys. They can't all be winners, at least for me. It's my opinion. Some people may like those things. Some people may like mint in general, and they just like that. It's just the fake minty flavor on this. Let me see if there's anything that has anything that talks about what the mint is or what it is. Doesn't even mention anything about it at all. Not that I can see here. So, yeah, no bueno. Eek. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. All right, so let's see, going down the line. Ed Keaton, give those to people you can't stand. That's horrible. That is horrible. Larry Nguyen, Ian K, who is Drew Food Review? You know who Drew is, Larry. We talk about him all the time. He's here now. Drew's Food Reviews. He does his thing on his channel as well, too. Definitely a lot of fun. Spider Rico, that will fund a lot of slop, according to Spider Rico. Mr. Jimmy, what are we saying here? Ian, Donut Man to fix the Twinkie situation. Yes, I am down with that. I am down with that. Jimmy, did I tell you? I think I mentioned this last week. On the way back with my sister from taking my mom back home out that way, we stopped off at Donut Man, and they were out of Tiger Tails. They didn't even have anything that they could have made right then and there. They just had no Tiger Tails. I could not believe it. I'm like, I came here specific for that. I ended up getting just a regular glazed twist, and it kind of took care of the itch, but it didn't have the devil food in the middle of it. So I'm like, man, this is no bueno. But yes, I agree with you, Mr. Jimmy. Donut Man, definitely. It's going to fix the situation. All aboard. Love your energy, Ian. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I have so much fun being on here with you guys. It's such a love letter just to be able to do this. I got to tell you, to all of you guys, and just to spend time and just hang out for a little bit. Hopefully check out something that's going to be good and not like trash, but sometimes it happens. But, you know, what are you going to do? All aboard. Save them for Halloween next year. They would probably keep, too, considering how fresh they are now and they're sealed. We'll have to see. Let's see, change to mint trashies. Yeah, they're definitely garbage. Absolutely. 2 fails in a row. I know. It was last week was Mountain Dew, and now we have these this garbage here. It's just not a good situation. You already know. Freddy Foodie King, good times. Yes, it is all about the good times. Freddy, you know better than anybody too. There, when the way you make your content, it's all about that stuff. It's all about having fun on camera, and you can tell you're having fun on that. Yes, Critical, toothpaste Twinkie, that elf in the box knew something was up. Twinkie the Kid, how could you do this to us? How could you do this to us? Hostess, please. Why did I fall for this? $3.50 for this garbage. And this is good until January 27th, 2022, according to this. So I guess they're not going to keep until Halloween, but I guarantee you, because of what's in this, it probably could keep till October, but I wouldn't eat it if I saw the date and being January 27th past that time. I'm one of those people, like, when you get past that expiration date for certain things, I just get rid of it. I can't do it. I don't want to think about it. It's a mental thing in my head. I'm one of those people right there. I don't know. Let's see. Shooting down the line over here. Jay Nepper, throw it out the window. Yeah, this is literally, I'm probably going to end up throwing these away, honestly. I feel bad, but at the same time, I would not subject anybody to this. So maybe I have to do something for the holidays or holiday party or something like that. Just kind of miscellaneous, drop these off and just kind of like put them somewhere. Somebody will have them. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. So let's see here. Scott Rush. Let's see. I heard of Elf on the Shelf, but Mint Key in the Twinkies? Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Freddie, yes, I'm in the same way. Yes, yes, yes. I can't go past the expiration date either, says Tiffany Shields. Yes. Spider Rico, you should review the original Tommy's World Famous Burgers. You should take a look at the playlist on my channel. You'll find some reviews from Tommy's World Famous. Absolutely. Give them to your sister, Annette. You know, my sister's probably watching this right now, so I'm probably going to be bringing them anyway. And I know she's going to tell me don't bring them here. But we'll figure out something to do with them. Absolutely. Critical, the flavor may improve over time. Keep it for a year and revisit next Christmas. Yeah, but then shortly after that, I won't be making any content because I won't be around. So God forbid. I don't want to take that chance, Paul. I don't want to take that chance. You already know what it is. All right, real quick, just to show this one last little collectible here, and for Mr. Jimmy, I think he should appreciate it too, because it's in the same vein as what we just looked at, because again, it's a little collectible, but from Hot Wheels, Masters of the Universe. Take a look at the Wind Raider. A scaled down version of He-Man's main ride. Basically parked at Castle Grayskull over here. But it looks really cool. I mean, if you look at the detail here, look at the cockpit right there. You can kind of see it's got the controls. It just looks really, really cool. And again, this is one of those impulse buys when you're doing shopping. And I always swing by the toy section just to kind of see if there's anything that jumps out. But naturally, again, it's the Hot Wheels brand, Hot Wheels Premium, Masters of the Universe, that amazing logo, the classic logo right there. And it looks very, very cool. So yeah, the Wind Raider definitely is another classic one here. And as you can see, it's actually made in Thailand, as you can see right over there. Fabrique and Un Thailand, and they have a bunch of different languages that are here. I'm just only so sorry they don't have any bio on this at all to kind of show anything about the vehicle. I mean, I guess they just assume, you know, fans will know what it is, and it just tells it on the bottom right there. But it'd be kind of cool to kind of see something a little bit extra, the way they kind of do it with, you know, all the other Motu stuff there, considering it's from the same company, Mattel. But again, a very, very cool look at Wind Raider. And since we already took a look at the Battle Ram, just to show you guys again as it hopefully tries to focus in. Again, it's pulling at the nostalgia heartstrings here. Very, very cool. But just really, really slick collectibles, guys, for what these are. These are like $4 or $5 a piece for these here. So not bad. Definitely not bad. These are pretty much the only two I think that they have. So maybe we'll see some other ones there. But definitely small, definitely collectible, and they look really, really cool. So you know me with He-Man, you know me with Masters of the Universe and Motu. I definitely am a huge, huge fan. So I have to incorporate it at some point into my stuff here. A grown man showing toys on the internet, but they're collectibles, aka adult collectibles, so to speak. Sub says he always impulse buys children's toys. Very cool, very cool. Yes, Thulsu. I have seen the Masters of the Universe on the show there. Definitely enjoyed the show, but it was not the show that I expected it to be. A lot of people thought that. But what they did wasn't horrible. It was just different. Naturally, I'm sure they'll reboot and do something else. But it really wasn't He-Man's show per se, you know, that way. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I just love the characters. I didn't love it enough to want to buy those characters again because I'm naturally, with all of my Motu stuff around me here, I can literally, I can't really do anything else. Nor would I want to at the same time. But naturally, when we move and get a bigger place, we'll have to see. But at the same time, I'm good with the Origins line. It's really closer to what I'm used to. But I can appreciate the new ones. The articulation and the detail look amazing on it. So I definitely am a fan of the way the characters look. For sure. Mr. Jimmy, what's wrong with grown men buying toys? Absolutely nothing. Just the way there's nothing wrong with grown men buying Hot Wheels, because when they make them as cool as this, very cool. And let me just tell you, the stuff I saw at Mr. Jimmy's place is pretty awesome. I should have taken some pictures. Amazing stuff. Jay Nepper, Optimus Prime can't even move Mariah. Sorry, I'm done. Oh, God. Oh, it's too much. Jay is on one tonight. Terrible, terrible. Erna, can I show you the lyrics and see if you recognize the song? Yes, go for it, Erna. Go for it. For the last few minutes, let's see if we can try and see what it is. Lord Darkside, Mr. Jimmy, I don't know, I'm 20 years old and I still wear onesies. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to stay warm, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's too funny. Jay is too funny. Mariah, roll out. It's horrible. Erna, oh, the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum with the words I love you rolling off my tongue, or never will I roam. Now I know my place is home, where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Sail away, take me away to where I used to be, I think. That's probably not it, Erna. That's probably not it. Oh, the rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum with the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Oh, never will I roam. Now I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Christopher Cross. Yes, sailing. Okay, I guess I was right. There we go. Let's see. Larry Nguyen. You mention Dom's World all the time. Who is he? One of my awesome community peeps like yourself. That's here that I recognize. Good people. Good people. You already know what it is. Rod Stewart, Rhythm of My Heart, 1991. Okay, I thought that it was sailing. I thought it was. Mr. Jimmy, yes, there's Dark Side. I'm not arguing with that. Very cool. All Mariah wants for Christmas is food. Drew, what's going on here? Why is everyone ganging up on Mariah? It's too much, man. Oh, you guys are making my night tonight. I needed a good laugh today. That's just too much. Wow. Wow. Too much, guys. Too much. Well, it's hard to believe we're already coming up on the hour already here. And I wish I can say that I thoroughly enjoyed checking these out for you right now. I mean, I'm probably going to look a lot more happy on the thumbnail for this video than I was with the actual product. Only because I had some high hopes, but then again, I kind of knew what I was getting into with this. But considering what this is, you know, I'm almost tempted to return this because I know I'm not going to waste these. And what am I going to do with them? You know, it just occurred to me where it says limited edition. It has mint right over there subliminally in green letters. I don't know if you guys can kind of see the green, but M-I-N-T and limited edition. Oh, it's still garbage. All right. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to have to hit up here to kind of erase the taste of this. This is what it's all about right over here. Donut Man. You already know the originator of fresh strawberry and peach donuts. And Mr. Jimmy knows what's up. This is definitely within the neighborhood of him for sure. This is the jam, Donut Man. I can seriously go for that right now. That sounds pretty amazing. Jay Nepper, I'm not sorry. I'm not mad at you, brother. I appreciate the humor. Basura. Yes, exactly, Annette. Trash. Exactly. Oh, good times. Well, guys, a lot of fun tonight. I appreciate the laughs. I appreciate the good times. Hopefully I distracted you guys enough this last hour. Sammy, I hope you are doing a lot better. I really hope that you're doing okay and that you continue to get better naturally. If it's been a couple of days, hopefully you're past the worst of it and you're just on the mend. I hate to hear that any of you guys are going through anything medically or anything mentally, of course. We all go through things, like I said. It's just a matter of trying to find some happiness in something. And it's a much, especially around the holidays, it makes it even worse when you're dealing with stuff like this. So I know that, you know, whatever you may be going through, just know that there are always brighter days ahead. There's always better times ahead. And that you will get by because there are a lot more brighter days than darker days, even though technically we all have the same amount of time in a day, 24 hours. It still goes, it gets dark at night and gets light in the morning. It's what you do with it during the lit hours naturally, or even the nighttime, whatever you can do to keep it positive. Just always err on that side and naturally things will be a lot better for you there. There's no such thing as luck. You create your own luck by putting in the work, putting in the passion. And if things will just materialize. If you really want it bad enough and you're putting in that energy, you're putting in the time, you'll be okay. So I'm going to put that energy out there for you, Sammy, because I know you're going to get better. I know you're going to get back onto your feet there, and I'm really sending out a lot of prayers and a lot of good thoughts for you there. So definitely shout outs to you for sure, and just do what you can to keep yourself as up as you can there. Naturally, you're under good care, and that's the important thing. Larry Nguyen, does Donut Man have maple bacon donuts? They have maple donuts. I've never seen anything with the bacon bits or anything on there, but their maple is banging though. The maple donuts in general are banging over there. They really are. Let's see here. Going down the line. Yazzie Family Vlogs and Cooking. How's it going? Doing well. Doing well. Thanks so much for jumping on. And just so you guys know, if you're jumping on kind of late, this replay will be available on Sunday on the 12th, I should say, because tomorrow's the 11th. Today is the 10th. This will actually be on Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, noon time. And then you'll have the new review, the second part of the Jack review with the Blazin' Cluck Deluxe sandwich, which will be out tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think you guys are going to like what you're going to see there. I've had a lot of fun putting those videos together, and it should be a lot of fun as well. So lots of good times there. You know, naturally, we'll talk about that on the next stream. And then naturally, one of the big gun things coming out that you'll see early this coming week, I think you're going to enjoy. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be for the rest of the week there, with a couple of things coming out as well. And then next week, guys, we're getting closer. Next week, the 17th, it will be, and then the following week will be Christmas Eve. So that last week, it looks like we're gonna have to maybe do something a little early, because naturally on Friday, if Friday's Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken here, is it? Going by my calendar over here, I think it is. Let me see here real quick. Wow, it is. Friday is Christmas Eve, week after next. So chances are I'm gonna be on the 23rd. We'll do a stream on the 23rd, because naturally Christmas Eve is Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is right after. So we'll remind you next week about that as well, but just kind of put that on your calendar if you guys are want to keeping up with the schedule. The stream for that third week there will be on the 23rd at 8 p.m., which is a Thursday. We did the same thing for Thanksgiving, so we'll make sure that we keep the schedule tight for that. So we'll have to see. So for all of you guys in here, let me just jump on over real quick. Who else do we have on here at the very end? We have Fine Dining, written in F-E-I-N. Hi, everybody. Totally agree with keeping it positive. It's the way to be. Trust me, I have my off days too. My family can tell you. So, yes, I know what those days are like. It's all a matter of just trying to keep it in perspective and realize that things will definitely be better. I know my sister is watching right now, so that goes out, of course, to family, to my big sis at the same time. And everybody else here in the chat. You guys all know I have nothing but love for all of you guys. I appreciate all the love and support, as I tell you guys ad nauseum every single time. And again, I do greatly appreciate you guys being here, because you do have choices when it comes to content on YouTube, like I always say, and I appreciate you making my channel and my stuff part of your routine. So it means a lot to me, guys. Like I said, I feel very humble and grateful to be able to do this for you guys. So with that said, let's see, jump on over. Lord Darkside, Sebas T, Randy Molina, Drew's Food Reviews, and at Cervantes. I appreciate the mention there. If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up down below all throughout the stream, definitely do that, and we'll see if we can trend this up further for sure. Erna, is your sister younger or older than you? Older than me, just by a little bit. Just a little bit. Jay Nepper, to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, smile. I'm still laughing. Wow. I didn't say your name. Jay Nepper. I'm about to sing the freaking McDonald's song, and then you bust out, and it just totally threw me off when I read it. So I think this is my time. Peepers, the Risen Cat from Sub. Yeah, Peepers is definitely the cat. He's my favorite cat in the front of the stream here. It's going to be, I don't know what I'm going to do with him once we get past the holidays. We got to find another way to get an animated cat into the lobby to keep people occupied. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out here. So all right, guys, with that, we're going to wrap it up, and then we'll definitely be back for the next stream. I appreciate you guys taking a look at everything that I attempted to do for you guys tonight in terms of this basura from Hostess here with these mint Twinkies, mint chocolate Twinkies. Definitely garbage. It is what it is. But I appreciate you guys for jumping in here right now. To all my super chatters and PayPalers, thank you so much for doing what you do, and again, for everything that you guys have donated to the channel. Guys, thank you so much. It means a great deal, and of course your names are down below. I always got to keep saying it, because I am definitely grateful for the generosity for what you guys do for that. And so thank you. And with that, we're going to round it out. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Michael Domer, you stay frosty as well. Ben Nguyen, thanks for jumping in. No worries. I hope you're feeling better. Definitely catch the replay, available Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You'll catch up on all the goodies. Hopefully it's some content that you guys can enjoy watching or re-watching once again. Erna, Twinkie Twinkle, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or Twinkie Twinkie Little Star for one of these here. You already know what it is. So Randy Molina, we'll see you as well. Sebas T, you have a good night as well. Everybody stay frosty. You already know what it is. And with that, this is Ian K closing out the live stream for December 10th, 2021, guys, on Friday. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. good times as always. I'll be here in the chat for as long as I can, and sub if that's how you want to be. It's all good, brother. Stay frosty, stay naughty, whatever you want to do. But at the very end here, you already know what it is. So I'm going to be here in the chat. Stay minty, says Critical Eats Japan. And Jay Nepper says, uh-oh, yep, it's coming in just a second here, my friend. Not to worry. Good times, good things to those who deserve it. Yes, I agree, Freddie. Good things for good peeps always. Always, always, always. Do what you got to do and keep yourself positive and definitely enjoy. And be thankful for what you have, not what you don't. All the usual stuff that we always say. I'll be here in the chat for about a minute or so after it times out, or until it times out, trying to answer as many things that come up as possible. So again, guys, thank you for making my channel some of your time tonight. It means a great deal. You definitely stay safe, stay frosty. And like my boy Jay Nepper always wants me to say, because I'm going to do it right now for you. You already know what it is, guys. The stream next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel, youtube.com/peepthisout, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Peace. I'm out.